It is part of the assignment of the teaching priests to preserve a civilization. So when we lack teachers in the house of God, teachers that are competent, teachers that understand the grace that triggers capacity building in the house of God, when we lack them, we can be sure that no matter how God moves amongst us, Satan is going to rule in the very next generation. The Bible speaks about the need for us to contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints. God did not deliver it many times. He delivered it once. And it was supposed to be preserved in its purity and jealousy through the office of the teaching priest. The Nigerian church is suffering ailment, serious ailment. Because in some quarters, we cannot differentiate what a Buddhist will preach from what a Christian minister preaches. If you have not read religious books, you will not know how similar, in quote, they are in some matters. And if you are not trained, you may not know what makes Christianity Christianity. And there is this campaign that, okay, it's the same God, it's the same God. It's just that different ways of reaching him, but ultimately it is... It's the same God. You see, unfortunately for you, it's not the same God. That statement of compromise, inclusion, and ecumenism is a strategy to embolden you to begin to test the products from other gods. There's an exclusivity when it has to do with the holy God and a God of jealousy. Our body for this labor is that you'll be one of those witnesses that will preserve this great, brilliant heritage of faith. And that's the reason for which you stayed up all night sometimes. That's the reason for which you prayed for 7 hours sometimes. Christianity is almost dead in Nigeria. I heard a preacher preaching. He didn't know that thing he was saying, a Buddhist could say it with their book. There was nothing that revealed that what he was saying was Christian preaching. He believes that holding the microphone and talking is Christian preaching. You are dispensing the knowledge of Christ. Oh my God. There was this Buddhist that really wanted to be my friend. And then I asked him, can you give me a summary of what Buddhism is about? Then he knows I'm a Christian, so he says the kind of things that most pastors preach, the normal things, also in their book. But you will find very similar things. But the reason why we are Christians is not because of the similar things, it's because of the different things that are in the books. So your preaching can be on the ground of the similar things. That means they can preach the same message from another book. But when your preaching is on the ground on the things that makes us different, then you are an accurate witness of a God that is holy, that is in his own class. And there are not few preachers remaining on earth that bear such witness. That is the reason for this labor. That you will be vessels that will preserve our culture, so that our children will not bow down to idols and be calling it Jesus. May the Lord give you understanding.